So you can see everything.
Here, you look into Amir. That's me. Nice to meet you. So I'm going to be your tour guide. We're going to be hanging out together for the next 45 minutes while I share stories all about how we make movies here at the studio, a little bit of history of Universal Studios, and a little bit of Hollywood history as well. Now, make sure to pay attention, all right? Because at the end of my tour, I always pass out a test. And if you fail it, you get kicked out of the theme park. I'm kidding, that doesn't happen. But maybe you'll learn something on my tour today, all right? Now, before we get going, I want to make sure everybody here has got a pair of 3D glasses. If you don't have a pair of 3D glasses, this is the only place to get them. So if you need a pair, raise your hand in the air. He fails to save the universe. And now they're filming outside on our lots. Now, a lot of you probably know that when cameras are rolling on set, you gotta have quiet on the set, right? Well, because they're filming outside, that does mean that when we're gonna be traveling nearby where they're filming, I'm not gonna be allowed to talk. Because with my microphone and my speakers, I could be talking when they're filming and I could absolutely ruin whatever they're doing, all right? So we're gonna be going through what's called a quiet zone. It's gonna be a very big quiet zone. I'm not gonna be able to talk for about like 10 minutes of the tour, all right? So I will remind you and warn you before it happens, but just a heads up, when you see this come up on the screens, that means that we're traveling too close to after production, so I'm not gonna be allowed to talk. You're good to talk amongst yourselves, have the cameras out, give to who or what you might see. Now, I might play some videos during this time, but again, there won't be any audio, all right? Alrighty, folks, well, we're not in a quiet zone right now, which means I have time to introduce you to our driver. And folks, today behind the wheel, we have got one of the best drivers in the business. It is true. Alrighty, folks, we're going to be hitting the road indeed. We're going to be taking down the world famous Universal Studios backlot. We're about to go see where some of your favorite celebrities have come to make some incredible movies. Alrighty, folks, look to your left-hand side of the tram. Wave goodbye to the people in line. Bye. See you later. Bye, 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 bye. Alrighty, friends, out throughout the tour today, we're going to be joined by another person. You might recognize him as the host of The Tonight Show. That's right, it's Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Amir.
And the greatest driver.
Mike.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Amir.
$25. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That's right, folks. Now, first, if you need guest assistance, if you have a medical emergency, if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or if you have any sound or video issues, reach up and pull the red emergency cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and then I will be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please remain seated, keeping your arms and your legs inside the vehicle at all times. The studio is private property, so if at any point during the tour you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the cord and then remain seated. Please, no smoking of any kind during the tour. And also be prepared, the tour today is going to feature loud noises, fire effects, and many water effects, so you might get wet. There are also sudden tram movements on the tour today, so secure your personal belongings and be ready to hold on tight. Finally, for your safety and the safety of those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while you are on board. Alrighty, friends, well, we've done it. We've left the theme park behind. We're now heading down to the heart of the production area here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Now, as you make your way down this hill, if you look to your right, you're seeing a bunch of movie posters. See if you can find the poster for your favorite Universal movie. Now, if you can't find it, that makes sense. These posters, they only represent a tiny fraction of the over 10,000 movies that Universal Studios has produced throughout the years. On your screens right now, I'm playing a fun little selection of just some of those great movies. Now, Universal as a company, we've been around for a long time. We were originally founded in the year 1912 as a company called Universal Pictures, and we were originally based on the East Coast in New York. A couple of years later, our founder, Carl Laemmle, he purchased land here in the San Fernando Valley to start building a studio. And then on March 15th, 1915, that is when we opened up the gates of Universal Studios to the public, allowing folks a chance to walk into a working movie studio to watch how silent movies were being made. Now, let me put that into context for everybody. We opened up the gates to our studio on March 15th, 1915. The Hollywood sign didn't even exist yet. That wasn't built until the year 1923, and Disneyland, they didn't open up the gates to their theme park until the year 1955. So again, Universal has been around making some entertainment for a long time. Now on your screens, that's our founder, Mr. Carl Laemmle. Carl Laemmle was a German immigrant who came to this country with a couple of dreams, and one of those dreams was to build the world's first self-contained community that was dedicated to making movies. That community, Universal Studios Hollywood. Now, while we were originally dedicated to making just movies, today we make more than just movies back here. We also have TV shows, music videos, documentaries, commercials. Where do we make all of those things? Well, for the most part, they get made inside of buildings that are called sound stages. What's a sound stage, you ask? I got you. Look to your left. These black and white buildings with the numbers on them, these are sound stages. So from the looks of it on the outside, a sound stage is just basically a giant warehouse that's been built with really thick concrete walls. But these walls have been insulated and padded to make them about 98% soundproof. We use sound stages because it gives filmmakers an enclosed environment where they can control the weather, the temperature, the sound, and the lighting. Like, let's say, for instance, we're making a movie that takes place entirely at nighttime. Well, you can't make it be nighttime outside 24 hours a day, but you sure can inside of a soundstage. Then 19. These sound stages have been used by some classic TV shows. I'm going to talk a little bit more about these buildings in just a little bit, but first, it looks like Mike is going to take us on an adventure. Let me get Academy Award-winning director Peter Jackson up here to give us a little bit more info about what you're about to experience. King Kong 360 3D.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker.
That's right, folks, but before we call it action on King Kong 360 3D, just a quick reminder again to please remain seated throughout the entire tour. Get ready. On top of that, folks, if you do take pictures or record a video, take the time right now to turn off the flash on that camera. Bright flashing lights can be a safety hazard for some of the folks you might be sitting nearby.
I sense more life forms ahead, but they're not human. Seems to be prehistoric.
Keep your jaws away from Cortana, you damn prehistoric asses. I got prehistoric piss all over my armor.
Gross.
Hey, it's Donkey Kong.
All right, people, let's make some noise for King Kong 360 3D. That incredible experience was brought to us by the same team of people who brought us the movie King Kong. Director Peter Jackson and the team at Weta Effects. So Weta Effects, they are a special visual effects company, and they're based out of New Zealand. Weta Effects uses some of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today to create some amazing visual effects for movies and TV shows. You've seen their work in movies like King Kong, Marvel's Avengers Endgame, and TV shows like HBO's The Last of Us. Alright, friends, as we make our way down this hill, we're going to get a quick glimpse of what we call New York Street and a metropolitan.